Storm, in this case, comes from a play on both Storm Herald here, which is a card that brings back all of our runes into play, drawing us a bunch of cards, as well as the Storm mechanic in Magic the Gathering, which says you get an effect based on how many cards you've cast in a turn. So the kind of how we storm off is we have Runeforge Champion here, which lets you pay 1 colorless mana for rune spells, and then Transcendent Envoy, which says your aura spells cost you 1 less to cast. So when you have both of these out, all of our various runes are free to play and draw us a card. We have Setessan Champion here, which draws us a card whenever an enchantment comes into play. And then we've got Enigmatic Incarnation here, which can turn our runes in play into Runeforge Champion, Setessan Champion, Skyclave Apparition, these various utility 3-drops. Something that's really important to note, too, is that these runes can enchant any permanent. So you could just put runes on your lands, so you can then turn them into 3-drop creatures later with Enigmatic Incarnation, which is really sweet. Yeah, so this is a viewer submission. I am still doing some viewer-submitted decks for larger donations, so I'm interested to see how this plays out. It's got some sweet ideas. The innovation, I've seen a few variations of this archetype floating around, but I haven't seen any that are leveraging Enigmatic Incarnation before, and I think it's really clever, too, because, like, especially you could turn these runes into Storm Herald and then bring all the runes back seems super strong too. So I think this is a really sweet piece of the puzzle that I have not seen other people leverage to date. So interested to see how that feels while we play some games. This is a standard deck. We're changing formats for those of you just joining us. A lot of sweet things going on in this standard format. Do I mulligan this because it doesn't have Enigmatic and it's missing a color? I think it's my plan. This has a Runeforge Champion. It's not super exciting, but fine. It has all of our colors. This one is lifelink, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't think I'm going to be doing deck pages on my website again. It takes me both a lot of time and money to do that because I have to pay a graphics designer to do the artwork for me. And Magic formats change often enough that it feels like a poor use of my resources. So, you can always find all of my stuff on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna grab a green one at this point, so that way we can make this bigger if it survives. Yikes. They hit our Birgi. Trying to land drop here. Not an amazing spot, but not in a terrible spot either. Champion with Rune of Sustenance on it. Might be able to get there next turn. Dodge a Frostbite, we can dodge a ball. Oh, no! We're so bad at dodgeball, chat. We've died. That's a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Our sideboard's a little all over the place. You just trim around the edges here. Trim some amount of the runes. This is a land, so we're not cutting that. Feel like we can't trim Incarnation. We should almost always have a 2-mana thing to sacrifice it to go get a 3-drop, so that doesn't seem like a particularly good idea. Is it just more runes I'm trimming? Maybe I trim some champions. They're kind of hard to get set up, and like if I'm in a position to get set up, I can grab it with the Enigmatic Incarnation. I could just fully nip around the edges. Go like, boop, boop. Boop. Let's try that. I'm gonna keep this on the play. This is like pseudo interaction. That might have been wrong too, because I don't guaranteed have a way to get to these on 4. Like I have another cantrip. I get punished here. Ooh, maybe I should play this because I do have some double green cards in my deck. I don't know. It depends on like what the situation looks like. Relocate gaming, like in certain situations, shredded sails is much better, right? Like if you need to kill an Embercleave, Thrashing Brontodon is 4 mana to kill an Embercleave. I think we just want Skyclave, get rid of the Annex. It's gonna take 1. So, what if I do this and I get... Yeah, I have one rune down here. We can sack Envoy. So if I do this and then I do this, I can turn these into Runeforge plus a Setessan Champion. Hey, Dorox, thank you for the 33 months. It's a long time. Good morning, good morning. Almost afternoon here in the cornfields. Dead to cleave. If I block here and they cleave, this is 12 minus 2. So not dead to cleave. I guess I'm dead to cleave plus stomp here. Super unfortunate. Yeah, I think we cycle. You want to sack for Storm Herald? Oh, and then the other rune gets Skyclave. Okay, yeah, because these triggers happen in order, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I don't sack until it actually resolves. So this first one gets Storm Herald. Storm Herald says, okay, all of these things come into play and draw us cards. We have to discard a couple of cards. Frogify, Thrashy Bee, Enigmatic Incarnation, Glasspool Mimic, Land. Izzy TV, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, we played 4-color Enigmatic. Well, we played it in, we played it in Historic. Right. Wow, they're dead. That's sick. I can't believe we won this game. This standard format is Gaslian. Swag Tuba, thank you very much for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for putting mine this month with that. That was fantastic. Love it. Do I want to leave a Rune of Flight in my deck? Do I want to leave Miser Rune of Flight in my deck? To be able to jump over board states? I feel like having one to tutor up seems good. I feel like the way that game played out, I want all my incarnations. I think going down to 2 champions seems fine, assuming that incarnation can get us champion seems good. Yeah, I probably don't need haste. Probably don't need haste. Yeah, I already need to cut a card. Yeah, maybe it's just the Rune of Might. That's probably fine. Let's do that. They're robbing us, chat. Not that wealthy, I swear. Discarding the runes and keeping the mimic to copy Herald have been a line too, sure. I don't know if there was a wrong way to eat that, Recess. It's possible I should have. Yeah, I think I messed up and I should have played a Fabled Passage last turn, so that way I could play a 3-drop this turn. Banishing Lighting this turn would have been really good. There's another blue card that keeps things tapped but doesn't deal damage to you, right? That's 1 mana? Or am I forgetting? Am I misremembering? Bubble Snare. Yeah, that also costs 1, right? Yeah, that's a much better card. We should not be playing. Bind the monsters. I think I'm actually playing this out on a land tier as well, just for the resource efficiency perspective. Because I want some with Incarnation. Thanks for keeping me around, Pathfinder. Hey, there's been a lot of good stuff. Both the historic decks we played were kind of whatever, but Standard's been fun. If we were +3 life, we'd be in such a better spot if this was just the better card. So I think we get Storm Herald here, right? And we draw a bunch of cards. It'll get us back 3 Runes of Sustenance. We have the shredded sails here again for Cleave. Yeah, to the person who is trying to say shredded sails is worse than second Brontodon, you're very wrong. If anything, there's a chance the Brontodon should be in other sails. Shredded sails is very good in matchups like this. Hey, the Fabricator. Glad to see you back enjoying Magic. Unfortunately, my wallet can't support all the sweet decks you play. Well, you can live vicariously through me. Yeah, I think the fact that you can tutor it, honestly, I think there's a chance that, like, the second Shredded Sails is better than a Banishing Light. Okay, so we sacrifice... Both these lifelink enchantments are going away. So we'll go get Runeforger with 1. Yeah, wow, they're dead. Whew. That was phenomenal. That was awesome. That was really cool. This standard format is such a treat. I'm picking up what this deck is putting down, chat. I think I'm into another Shredded Sails over this Banishing Light, though. Sails is good. All right. Bubble, thank you. I knew there was something else. We got there. Maybe? I've got a black screen, chat. Oh, you know what? I haven't restarted Magic Arena yet today. Let's kick it. Thanks everybody for hanging out this afternoon, by the way. Great to see over 900 people in here for some Magic. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch since the release of Kaldheim. I'm back to doing Magic as my primary content. We play a ton of Constructed here. We do both Standard and Historic. We usually play 2 to 4 different decks every single day of the week. I also have a YouTube channel where I archive everything that we play. So if you want to pick through there and look over all the different range of sweet decks that we play, it's a great place to do that. In a well-organized fashion. How much is a reasonable amount to spend on Arena for each set? Well, your username is very poor little European, man. So what is reasonable for yourself versus what is reasonable for me as a content creator are two different numbers. So I guess it depends on the context of your question. Are you asking what is the amount you have to spend to be a completionist and have most of the cards? I'm actually an upper middle class American. Oh, Twitch usernames. If you're looking for being a completionist, it's about $100 to $200 depending on how much you're free to playing for a normal set release on Arena. I think most people, if you're not playing all of the wacky decks that I play that have a lot of off-meta stuff in them, $100 will get you most of each set on Arena, especially with what free-to-play currency you farm just from playing. The remaster sets, if you're interested in playing Historic, are more expensive because they're larger. They're basically like 1.5 sets, so remaster sets are $200 to $300 in my experience. Right on time, 2-drop. Welcome to the party. Yeah, to get it's about $200 to have a full playset of rares, 200 packs in a set to have a full playset of rares for a set. Speaking as someone who's something of a large sea creature on Magic Arena. Put flying on my champion here. To infinity and beyond. That's true. We do get to draw. We do get to draw when we put this into play now with champion, which is sweet. What does this attack mean? This attack means that they have a stomp and they want to stomp my Runeforge Champion. I'm okay with that, right? Because I'm gonna go Envoy Champion next turn. They could have Brazen Borrower here. If we draw untapped land next turn, we get to go Champion, Champion. That's pretty sweet. That's probably a counterspell. Well. Yeah, Whitman, I wasn't playing around Brazen Borrower, so if they didn't have Brazen Borrower in that instance, I was going to play the Runeforger. So you're right, my play was worse against Brazen Borrower, but it was better if they didn't have it, and we were going to get to pop off that turn. Was a counterspell. Yikes. They can't flash in Borrower now though, so that's nice. They have another Mystic Dispute? Oh, just a Brazen Borrower, sure. I think we're dead. A couple too many hits from Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, all of their game actions lined up really well into ours. None of the things I can search up here let me... None of the things I can search up here let me not die to Brazen Borrower, I don't think. I don't have a flyer, right? Oh, my Storm Herald's in the exile. If I had Storm Herald in my deck still, we would have been able to use the flying rune. That's so sad. We're this close, chat. Pretty unfortunate variance that game, both in how the opponent's draw lined up into ours and the Storm Herald being one of the 4 cards we exiled. Honestly, I guess Frogify's not very good. I'll trade those for some disputes. Rest of our primary game plan seems pretty reasonable here. I think we just have a little bit more fortune on our side. We would have been fine there. Sure. The being able to put runes on lands being an enabling feature of this deck is like pretty gasoline. Because I think I'd rather be able to fight over their counterspells, Kelvin. Like if I had tools that let me fight back over their counterspells in the stack, their game plan wouldn't have mattered, and my game plan would have been more powerful. So I'm playing this before I play a land as bait for a Mystic Dispute. Because they might be inclined to tag that if they think I'm missing a land drop. I don't know, I think Frogify is the worst of our interaction. I think if I want more interaction, I'd rather have more of the what's it called? The 3 drop that we play. Skyclave Apparition. So I think from the sake of resource efficiency, we're doing this turn, and we're just gonna throw the Lovestruck Beast in a box. We can go like Champion into Envoy next turn. The fact that Incarnation sacrificing runes finds 2 of our 3 combo pieces is really gross. It's phenomenally good. It's very rude to put it. I think I want to do this into Envoy still this turn, especially with the Dispute draw. The Dispute draw means I can go Incarnation with Dispute up next turn really cleanly. Yes, yeah, finding Birgi is sweet too. It is an enchantment for champion, yeah. Alright, throw your saw coming into whatever. Reason me, daddy. Come on, you know you want to. Got me. He's a 3/3. Rats, never lucky. That's fine, we're still in a good spot. You've got a great henge. Yep. Deal, no blocks, take 3. I think we're just doing this, right? Yes, runes are free currently. We've got free socialism runes for everybody, chat. Free runes. Dirty, rotten socialists. Yes, Birgi plus Runeforge Champion also makes them effectively free. Because you pay one, make one. Gonna ruin the economy. They probably should have left up double blue there when they tapped, huh? They tap out here, there's a good chance we can kill them next turn, right? What an interface! What an interface! It's funny because it's sad. Oh, I have to make white mana for this, right? So we'll get 3 of those now, is what I'm assuming? Oh, yeah. Good, clean design. Missed it by this much, chat. Their second henge play here, gaining them 2. coming in clutch, huh? I think thankfully we're gaining 10, so like we're good to go. Oh, copying Runeforge Champion would have gotten me an extra card draw. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, maybe it gets me +1/+1 bigger too, because it could have been a green rune. This deck's been sweet, Wargame. I think we're gonna be okay because we're far enough ahead, but yeah, copying the Forger to get another green rune would have been much better. No, yeah, we've got enough life that we're not dead to Cleave. Opponent's deck usually doesn't play Cleave. Could have been a haste rune on another flyer. Yes, that would have done it, right? If we would have gotten the haste rune, it would have been 2 attack here. We would have killed them. That's a good catch. They're still dead to these Dorkos, right? If you're still here, thanks for the follow. They don't have blue to cast Borrower. They could have a Stomp or a Bounce, though. I could lose this game because I missed lethal last turn. I did in fact miss lethal last turn. So we'll play this and grab a Rune of Flight out of the graveyard and drop the Rune of Flight on the champion. And then they're dead through removal. So we have five attackers coming in. They got to get rid of 2 of them. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't mind another Skyclave. Trim that. I don't know that I want Frogify too. I feel like it's probably not better than any of the cards that I have. I think the Envoys are bad against Bone Crusher Giant. I mean, I guess they draw cards, right? Like they draw cards when Champion's in play. So I feel like their floor is pretty high. I guess I don't hate like a Frogify over like this Wolf Willow Haven. I don't know, I'll split the difference here. These don't seem terrible. it could be right to interact with their innkeeper here. I don't know if they're playing. I guess they showed us Mystic Dispute. My mind was thinking they couldn't saw it coming this turn. I guess if I get Mystic Disputed, I feel pretty bad. Is it right to play around Mystic Dispute here? Am I just supposed to go like tap land Skyclave? The problem is like this is almost assuredly a saw it coming. So I think I'm supposed to take my window and try and resolve this, even though it means we can get disputed. I think we just start picking apart their board here. Could be right to get champion there as well, but like taking the pressure off seems valuable. I'm dumb. I should have played a tap plan. I forgot this only costs one because of this. Think I'm just putting this on a land for now. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully the resource efficiency on that mistake doesn't cost us down the line here. There's a good chance it could. Do I interact here, or do I try and draw some more cards? I feel like I'm in the market to draw. Make this big enough to block the 3/3 token. Yes, the compare ad with my affiliate link is an F2K sponsor. That's new. If you're looking to save money on your car insurance, they gather groups of rates from lots of different companies for free. They make their money, I assume, by if you actually purchase something through them, they get a kickback from the company they referred you to. Usually how those types of things work. We're at least blocking this. I think that's all we're doing for now. The Great Henge is a very reasonable tool in the opponent's archetype, in my experience. They're giving up Embercleave, but they're gaining Obosh to do so they're gaining something real by giving it up. That's true. When I moved from Chicago to the middle of nowhere where I live now, my car insurance definitely got cheaper. I think I'm playing at least one more of these out here. Probably cycling the other two. Stomp is even, so it's still just 2. Rude. At least this is a token, so it doesn't draw them a card. It's also a 3/3, right? So like Runeforge Champion blocks it. Not the worst. And these are even costed tokens, so Obosh isn't relevant. Them playing that out proactively means I get to Skyclave it next turn. Obviously they want to draw cards with this, but I think that's still decent for me. That's vomit-inducing. Extra turn cards are so dumb. We dead? We're dead, right? Because they play Obosh, and then this doubles up and we die? That sucks. Extra turn cards blow. But if it's a downside, soothing to the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm not actually in the middle of nowhere. I'm just not in a major metropolitan area. So, like, if you have a job that lets you work from a place like where I live, I would highly recommend moving to a mid-sized town. Pre-plague, in the before times, I often describe Bloomington, where I live now, as being big enough to still have plenty to do, but small enough that you don't have to deal with traffic and things like that. I forget exactly what the size is. Google Bloomington, Normal, Illinois to get a rough estimate of like what the size of the area I live in. Like, my backyard butts up to farmland, but like we're a decent sized city. I don't think I'd play Yorion in this deck, Kelvin. You're looking for very specific cards, and I'm gonna get to them consistently. I grew, for reference, for people that aren't familiar with my background, I grew up in the Chicago suburbs. I commuted to the city to work for a while, worked all in and around all of that. And definitely prefer where I live now. I've lived here for spent the first 20-ish years of my life in the Chicagoland area, and then the last decade here in Bloomington Normal. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I think with the way our lands are, we are going to save these runes for after we get Champion into play. I wouldn't hate the idea of having like one decent 5 to search up in our deck. I don't think that would be awful. For when you have two incarnations and you don't mind getting rid of one of them. Howdy, sleepy dog. Thank you for re-upping that prime. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Grab Rune of Might. Trawler's a 6. Did we get a state of the game? Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm gonna attack first here. I think there's a good chance they murder this. They didn't murder it, chat. You gonna murder my champion? I'm gonna Rune of Might the land so they can't kill my unit in response to counter the spell. Good chance they kill the champion in response here. Maybe I'm supposed to target the Runeforge Champion to bait them into killing that instead of Setessan. You can see that. Oh, they just had both. Sure. Yeah, deal. Got it here. You know what's really good against Kroxa, chat? This card's actually pretty good against Kroxa, too. They did change the animation for escape. I missed the chains. Missed the change, chat. So do we Runeforge and draw a couple of cards, or do we Birgi and get set up to go next turn? The upside to doing this now is we get to have this in play already for next turn if we find a champion or a Enigmatic Incarnation. See if their last card's another Heartless Act. A little sad if it is. It's not. God bless. Should have taken the Flying Rune, obviously. Oh, I hate examples like Chains of Mephistopheles' complicated cards. Just because a card was poorly templated doesn't mean it's actually complicated to execute. Chains is a very simple flowchart. What's the combo? Who said there's a combo? Delurian, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. The combo is socialism. Yeah, let's take the hits. It's fine. The title does say Storm. It does not say combo, though. It says Storm. It does not say combo. Am I ditching Birgi here? I think I'm ditching Birgi. So I think I want to Frogify the Rankle. Maybe I'm supposed to ditch the Frogify because I could Incarnation a Rune into an Apparition to take the Rankle. That's probably the play. Hey, Wiggin, thank you for the 22 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. They've emptied their bin. This is a little scary. Maybe it was right to take a rune off of the champion here rather than the one on my, because they kill the champion, I'm out of artifacts now, or enchantments now, right? Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think I should have left the rune on my land. Yeah, pretty supremely punished here. Alright, time to gas up. Wait. Auras attached to creatures you control, not Frogify. Alright, dead to Doomblade. They hit a creature, so they can take a redraw with Throne of Geth. Luke's fans, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Okay. A little bit of tire spinning sounds okay for us. Brick one more time, please. One more glorious brick for the home team. Yep. I'm not dead yet. Okay. Oh shoot, it wasn't free. I was thinking that was free. We still cast it just fine, but it definitely wasn't free. Okay, so that's still the play. I was just expecting it to not cost me mana. So we attack with this. I've auto-ordered triggered abilities off, right? Yep. So everything except the blue one is going away here. So we'll sacrifice one of those. Then are we just getting Runeforger here then? Bug Snacks is adorable and you should be looking forward to it, okay? Thanks for the follow, Mr. Fritzoe. Bugs and snacks, they're both great. Bunger, 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 bunger. Bunger, 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 bunger. So we have one more Rune of Flying in our deck, right? If you're not sure what Bug Snacks is, you just need to hang out for like at least the first little bit of the variety segment. It's adorable. It's adorable and creepy and it's great. It's good. I promise. It's only a little bit creepy. To make jump blockers. Whenever you cast an aura spell, you get a 1/1 creature token. Sure. She also impulse when she comes into play, right? She could find our other flying rune. Maybe I should have gotten the flying rune with this instead of this one. I can't believe we're winning this game. Are we winning this game somehow? This deck's been kind of, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're winning that game. Opponent agrees. Man, this deck's been like Octane. Like, it's been real sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna bring in the last Skyclave Apparition easily. Are we doing something else? What else do I want these other cards? Like, Frogify is like, okay, I guess. Like, it's decent against Kroxa. What do I want to cut? Boarding with decks like this is tough. It feels like you're mostly just trimming around the edges. They're a Bone Crusher Giant deck. Do I just like trim Envoy against Bone Crusher Giant decks? You can see that. We technically can still make things free with Birgi. And maybe we just play a Banishing Light. Do I want an Ox to go fetch up on occasion? Having an Ox in the event that we draw 2 of these and don't have anything better to do might be okay. I don't know, that Wolf Willowhaven sounds exciting. Like it. Bags and Johnny, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. If you're just joining us, we're playing some standard Rune Storm here today. This is a viewer deck submission. We play a ton of standard as well as historic constructed here. Great place to find weird and wacky stuff like this pretty consistently. This hand's missing white sources. I think that means it's a mulligan, I guess. YOLO. Let's bottom that. I can cantrip this. We can play a Frogify. Let's not go to 5. Arano, it keeps giving me this alert. I thought it wasn't that long ago, but anyways, yeah, thanks for the 29 months. It's real awkward how the Twitch alerts don't line up with the same day you resub. It's annoying. How's Pioneer today? Dumpster Fire. Moto's a really slow application, and the deck we played wasn't good. I am uncertain if Moto content is something I want to keep taking deck submissions for. Speaking of uncertainty and content direction, if you are one of my wonderful subs, over the weekend or Monday, I'll be sending out my monthly sub survey again. So I would love to hear feedback from people that allow this to be my job. If you like the Pioneer content, if you don't, if you like more standard, if you like more historic, that's a good place to let me know. I balance which content I tend to prioritize making off of the results of that survey, month to month. Like to gauge how people are feeling about things and formats. I haven't sent it out yet. I'm gonna probably put the finishing touches on it tonight and send it out over the weekend. I'm gonna be asking on there about the Hoaglandia Open tournaments too, if that's something people are interested in seeing come back. It seems loosely like there's interest, but I'd like to gauge it off of that too. So if you're interested in watching those tournaments or playing in them again, you'll be able to leave that feedback there too. What are we getting? I feel like whatever I get here is pretty likely to die. It's not super likely. I guess I really feel bad if we get rankled, huh? It could. I thought about that. So the problem with her is she gets Bone Crusher Giant. She's a 3/2, right? Is it 2 or 2/2? What if I get Champion? Champion's bad against Rankle, but it's like good otherwise. And if they Rankle, I can Frogify it. And if they don't kill this, I kind of pop off next turn. I think the upside of taking this is pretty high. There's a good chance they just Crocs us this turn, right? If they just Crocs us this turn, I'm like super happy that I took Setessan Champion. Bug stack secret layer when asking the real questions. A secret layer is not enough. I need an entire bug snack set, Sojourner. Give it the Lord of the Rings treatment. Put it deep in the tank here. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea, good old trusty. Come on, just escape the Croxa. Damn. Alright, so I think with the untapped land draw here, we go land, Runeforge Champion, Frogify the Egon. And then we'll turn this into another champion. Yeah, hopefully they're smart enough to put the Lord of the Rings set on Arena at least. They did just scry a bunch. There is a chance they have another piece of removal here. If they have, like, Eliminate plus Escape Crocs of this turn, I'm probably dead. I guess I have runes to go get Apparition at least. Doesn't look like they have a removal spell. Doesn't look like they have a removal spell. Woohoo! Bye, friend. And then we're gonna turn one of the 2-mana runes into Skyclave Apparition, exile the Croxa. Nailed it. That's the combo. It's not like an infinite combo in the traditional Magic combo sense, but it's like a sufficiently large enough finite combo that just like puts them in a spot where they can't win. It makes their portrait pop. Pippity pippity pop, fun don't stop. Yeah, you need a third card to cast the runes for free, Wargy. You need a Birgi, or you need a what's it called? You need a Birgi or the other thing. The Envoy. This deck felt a lot more powerful than I was expecting it to be, Beansy, if I'm being honest. The consistency is sick. Having a lot of cantrips in your deck is great. Opponents giving up is my favorite win condition. What's your win con? Crushing their will to live, obviously. Crush it underfoot. Bunch of forest here, have all of our colors. Put champion out first, or captain? Oh, captain, my captain. It's like a decent turn 2 for us. They're kind of not adding pressure to the board. I think I'm just doing this. I think I'd rather draw cards than make 1/1s in the short term. Hey, WMG. Hope you had a wonderful stream. Thanks for the raid. Playing some Rune Storm in Standard this afternoon. That's pretty unfortunate. Maybe the fact that we know they're a 4 Skyclave Apparition deck almost assuredly is a reason to lead on Sonya here. Scale of 1 to dead. Where's our captain at? Oh, captain, my captain. Don't spoil the Runeterra stuff for me. We're gonna take a peek at it at the end of the stream. No blocks. 14. This gives it 2 attack, vigilance, and says when it dies, it comes back. Yes, after Bugsnax. Pretty sweet. Yeah, Runeforge Champion's a card that, like, didn't seem like a lot at a glance, but has been very good very consistently. I probably should have put a Rune of Flight on one of these to play around that. Judge, how does Frogify work with... How does Frogify work with equipment? Is it the last one on it? Frogify should make this a thing, right? I don't actually know the answer to that. Layers, I think. That's not a helpful answer. I think it's timestamps. I think it's timestamps. Was the word I was searching for, but couldn't find. And they can give this pro blue, but then they can't attack past my white flying blockers next turn, which is all I want. If they pro blue, I'm not dead on board anymore. Okay, so it turns out it's not layers. The more you know. It's not timestamps. It is layers, it's not timestamps. Arena could be bugged. Also a possibility. Oh, I should have played this first and made this free. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Oh, if they give pro white, the equipment falls off, right? If they give it pro white, the equipment falls off? Well, shit. This Wolfwillow Haven's really bad, by the way. I think I'm gonna cut this and put the 4th Skyclave Apparition in the main deck. It's like, doesn't seem super useful. Good thing we have another Frogify. Wait. Why did this lose Vigilance, but it didn't lose Flying? Why did it lose Vigilance? Okay, so something's definitely bugged then, right? Because this lost Vigilance, but wait, it says Vigilance, but it's tapped? Okay, so something's wrong. It's an arena bug. It should lose all abilities due to the layer 6 timestamp. All right. So I was cheated out of a win, chat. It should lose the keywords, right? Is my understanding. It also lost First Strike. Oh, I wonder if it did lose Flying, but visually it's just still there. That would definitely be pretty peak arena, right? It looked like I could block with ground last turn. Really? It looks like it to you? Because it looks pretty floaty to me. We're gonna try this turn. I would have changed my line with the Frogify this turn too if I could block with ground, idiots. The Skyclave's just like, I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da, da ba dee da ba da, da ba dee da ba da, do 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 do. What a piece of software. What a piece of software. It did look like this last turn. Yeah. Alright. Alright, sure. Nailed it. Yes, yeah, they could unequip and re-equip to give it the abilities again. So I can champion and Runeforge and draw a card and play it. I think that's where I'm at in my life. Makes white mana. I think we're dead here. If I would have blocked this with the ground token, I would have had another flyer sitting around. We would have been okay. Attack with these two and see what they do. Yeah, they're gonna sack the dog, and then I only gain 3. Why don't we Skyclave Pyleas? Because I'm still dead. They just move the equipment to something else and kill me. Wait, am I dead here? This blocks, right? We block here. This technically isn't flying. They move this here. We only go... No, we're alive. We're alive, right? I'm not dead yet. They can't attach Maul to something that's pro-white, chat. Pro-white makes their equipment fall off. I think my opponent's still trying to figure out what's going on with me being able to block this. So I'll bet it's still hovering on their screen too. But you see, chat, a game of Magic is like an onion. It has layers. Are we gonna win this game? I think we're gonna win this game. This deck has just been wild today, chat. Like, just kind of unreal. So Glasspool Mimic can copy Runeforge Champion, which gets me another rune out of my deck to power up Setessan Champion. Right? And this is free, technically. Is this getting another thing for this better than Skyclaving something? I think so, because it gains me more life. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to attack with everything, right? We're gonna gain 11, 14 here. I have plenty of blockers back. This eats this. This bounces off of something and goes back to their hand. That's fine. Why do I need Siona? Do we need more tokens at this point? Yeah, maybe we do. All right, we'll keep her. I'm so ready for this board state on mobile. Yep. Hooray, BMO. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. It's a normal day in Hoaglandia, playing some sweet decks. Giant killer, sure. That makes me happy we kept the Sonya. I already used my Storm Herald this game, right? Could get a little dicey from here. Hey, Lampert, thanks for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people on Twitch you can send that to every single month. Thanks for sending it this way this month. We're just like exiling their things and attacking them for a bunch, right? Yeah, these are timestamps on this. This has vigilance, but it does not have flying, and it does not have first strike in spite of what the card says here. Devil, thanks for the 10 months. I did. I got a bunch of chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana left over. I think we're just playing Birgi as a 3-3, right? Just like in for a 3-mana 3-3. Go. Afternoon, Eric. What a weird, wild game. You mean she used like over 10 minutes off our clocks? Life's Bounty. So Life's Bounty means they're at a virtual 9 if they equip it. This is game 1, yeah. Alright, and this will go on Bounty. So they're at a virtual 8. They can block this, and these, and then they die, right? They're dead on board. They block 1, 2, 3, 4, take 4, 8, or 4, 6, 9. Right? That's the math. Block 2 3s and 2 2s, take 7, 9. Good afternoon, Treg. Thanks for the follow. Quick maths here. Norky Yonky. Good afternoon. The moral victory of confusing our opponent, something like that. I've literally played 2 matches since just started this game, God bless. Alright, our quick maths worked out there. Alright, so I'm gonna bring in the extra Frogify. I want the Bubble Snare, I want the Skyclave. Shredded Sails is excellent here. Banishing Light seems fine. What are we trimming? The Wolf Willow Haven. I think I want to cut from the deck in general, so that one's got to go. You want Baron? You think he's great? Great seems like a stretch. I would accept playable. What are we getting rid of here? Am I supposed to get rid of some incarnations because they're a Reidane deck? I could see that being the case. We could trim around the edges on some of our runes. I probably don't need Birgi here, right? I don't think I need to like full combo. And we're gonna leave the envoys in because they're fine blockers. Yeah, I like getting rid of a couple of incarnations. Could go down a second rune. Leaves me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I cut 8, 9, if I cut one still, it's probably fine. You want to cut a land? That's greed. Guess I could cut Glasspool Mimic. The old board in a bunch of blue cards, cut a blue source. That's got to be wrong. 8, 12, 14. I guess I have 15 blue even without it. I might cut the land on the draw. Gosh, that sideboarding took almost as long as the game. Hard to find the last couple we want to get rid of. Correct, Wargy. Birgi and Envoy make the runes effectively free. Let's do this to stem the bleeding a little bit here in the short term. Norky and Pyotrek, good afternoon. Welcome, folks. Up to over 1,400 people in here. That's awesome to see. Thanks for dropping in, everybody. If you're new to the content, be sure to check out my YouTube channel as well. I usually play 3 to 4 different Magic decks every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. They all get archived up there, cut up, so it's a great archive to look through for different things that could be of interest to you. I think we're just dropping Rune of Flight and playing a land, right? And then next turn we can Enigmatic Incarnation and turn the rune into something useful. Kill your life's bounty. Dead to second Maul here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Oh, it pulls the Maul off still. That's great. I forgot that was going to happen. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, and I very carefully engineered the game state that you see in front of you. I'm a masterful wizard, chat. I am the architect of my opponent's demise. Huh? So, I need to... We play this, and we play Sonya, and then we rune, and we turn the rune into a Skyclave, right? That's fine. That's fine. We already have one. Apparition is such a good card. Okay, do I Skyclave the Maul right away, or do I Skyclave the casket and then... I think I do that, right? I think I Skyclave the casket and then Skyclave the Maul. I mean, we're dead to second Maul here still, but I didn't have a line to play around that, so... They have to bin their hand here if they want to save their Seasoned Hallowed Blades. Okay. And this is a flying creature, so I'm no longer dead to... I'm no longer dead to a Maul. Right? I don't have another planes in my deck, so I can't Skyclave Apparition this turn, unfortunately. And then I just get Runeforge Champion, right? Or do I get Setessan to be able to draw with this next turn? Yeah, maybe it's just Setessan. I think I do this and go to 1. Or am I supposed to chump block? I'm gonna jump. Nah, I don't want to lose my flyer, because losing both my flyers means I could die to a maul off the top. I prefer not to do that. I can't cast that. Yikes. I guess I could draw an untapped blue. Maybe I'm supposed to Frogify one of these, actually. Am I supposed to play this out as a naked creature? That crazy? Nah, I'm just gonna pass. Wait, I'm turning the Frogify into a thing, right? Yeah, definitely. Time to guess up. And actually, I'm gonna put this into play because it'll draw me a card, right? Triggers. God, this deck is just absurd. It's been really fantastic. A deputy of detention is not standard legal. So, no. Yeah. Let's cut this Wolf Willowhaven and put the last Skyclave Apparition in the main deck. Gives me a sideboard slot. Is there a Chainweb Acheneer in my sideboard? Let's clean up some of the details here. Chainweb doesn't really do anything, right? Rogues is rough. Just punt the Rogues matchup. Rogues beats all of these brews. One Chainweb Arachnid is not going to make your Rogues matchup winnable. Just concede the matchup. It's your best card. It's the best card against Rogues, but it doesn't beat the deck. It doesn't. Rogues is a deck that has a trash win rate against a lot of the good decks in this format. Just accept that you have a trash win rate against it. Yeah, this is better too, right? Like, we have these, and these are good in the control matchups. Like, anywhere you want to grind, you could play this. Heliod's Punishment. Is that standard legal? It is standard legal. Yeah, there's literally 4 tutors right here, Mortex. Ooh, that's a decent thought. Our matchup against... We haven't played against Sultai, but our matchup against Sultai probably isn't stellar, huh? The O-Ring hasn't seemed necessary. I actually wouldn't mind another Bubble Snare for the aggro matchup. packs of shoes. Thank you. Yeah, but you poured the one-ofs in Mortex and then you search for them with this. Is the point. So no, we don't have a Fae of Wishes, but we board them in and then you tutor with them. I think I like that idea. A couple of Vortexes and a couple of counterspells against Sultai sounds good. I'm not convinced. I feel like this card's probably bad too. Like I get that it was like cute there, but it's just like it's worse than Skyclave in most situations, right? I guess it technically cleans up Skyclave tokens. I like having a way to use this to find a way to kill Cleave. I think Shredded Sails is better than Brontodon average, which is why I'm playing 2 Sails and 1 Brontodon. But having a Brontodon to find with Enigmatic Incarnation is good. What's important because we can't beat Tribedog Flyers? Gold Span, and we have Shredded Sails right here. Baneslayer Angel's not a real card. This kills. If you want more ways to kill Gold Span, I will happily play a 3rd Shredded Sails. Hey, we have Frogify too. I mean, like Shredded Sails is like really good. I would happily register more copies of this card. I'm kind of inclined to imagine that our Sultai matchup's a dumpster fire though. And I would kind of want some Roiling Vortexes to pair with these disputes to maybe have a shot there. Is Mass Vandal not better? You can't search Mass Vandal by sacrificing a 2-drop. So again, for people that aren't following the deck, Enigmatic Incarnation sacrifices enchantments to get a creature that costs 1 more. So you sacrifice your runes to find various 3-mana creatures, which is why we have all these 1 of 3-mana creatures. So we turn runes into 3-drops. Mass Vandal costs 2. If Reclamation Stage was legal, I would play Reclamation Stage over Brontodon. It's not about the 1 damage pings, Kelvin. It's about the middle line of text. Roiling Vortex means they have to take 10 damage to cast Emergent Ultimatum. Which that combined with a couple of pings means you don't have to do much damage. I would accept that maybe counter spells are a better approach to that matchup. Disputer Stroke could be fine. Dreadhorde Arcanist isn't really a card that sees play right now, Doof Monster. We have the Ox on the side to be able to search as a 5-drop, and we have 2 Incarnations as Zentoth. And Ox doubles as a card that's like okay against rogues. Klothys is cute. I don't hate Klothys. Klothys is definitely super good against Sultai. Ooh, does Vortex hit us if our runes are free? That's a good question. I think you're right that it does. Alright, so what's bait? This is bait, because this is a counterspell. I guess this could be the extra turn spell. I put the rune on my land tier as opposed to my creature because 1, I don't really care about flying, and 2, I don't want them to be able to bounce my creature to deny the rune from coming into play, denying me the card drop. Show me Brazen Borrower. Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher is why I didn't attack my 2-3 into their 1-1 here. And then we do this, which lets me attack. It does not let me attack. We're gonna say no. We're gonna turn this into a Skyclave to get rid of their Love Struck Beast. This is the first game with this deck. Now, we've been playing this deck for almost 2 hours. It's great. So we do this, into runes for free. This is pretty unlucky. Gonna have to discard the hand size. Keep them off of the Great Henge here. Alright, yeah, Dispute sounds good. Boarded those in last time. Frogify may or may not be good. We've been boarding out Envoy against Bone Crusher Giant decks. Actually figuring out how to sideboard. Seems good. Extra Frogify and Disputes. Yep. Yes, yeah, you can choose to cast your Runestorm mana with Roiling Vortex out. I do like the idea of Klothys, though, because Klothys is tutorable. So maybe I'll put one Klothys in there over the third Vortex. Shredded Sails for Henge Bar. I don't think I care about those cards, Kelvin. That might be a miss association. I'm not sure that I care about those effects. I was saving up for a good deck, but screw me, I guess. Hey now, it's a Rune Storm. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, love the Rune Storm. Draw some cards. I don't know. We started off okay, and then we kind of fell apart. The freestyle's not always on point yet. I tried. Yes. I guess. We have blue, double white, green. We technically have red cards in our deck, but not a lot of them. We're a Bant deck at the core. How does this deck stand up against aggro? We've beaten both mono white and mono red. I would encourage you to watch the games. They were fantastic. If you haven't been watching the entire 2 hours we've been playing this, it'll all be up on my YouTube channel this evening. But just like the last game that you watched, it's all been like that. Like all super impressive, really interesting back and forth. Lots of cards to draw, lots of triggers to happen, lots of decision points. Good chance this gets countered. Standard's really good. This is... It's really good. The more I play this standard format, the more I like it, which is the opposite of that has been true for most recent standard formats. So that's refreshing. Most standards in recent memory. Had not been good. I don't think I've ever heard Jeff say standard is good before. It's literally been years. I think I would tell you I liked this format more than Ravnica Allegiance standard, but probably a bit less than GRN standard still. GRN standard was more than a year ago. GRN standard was 2 years ago, chat. Check yourselves. Like it's been a while. And if you measure it in COVID time, it's been a decade and a half. The lifelink on the Rune of Sustenance, letting us randomly swing races in games like this, has been really impressive. Wow, if they're not attacking with Lovestruck Beast, that would imply no Brazen Bar, which would be absurd for us. Yeah, the realization of how long you've been done with school definitely hits hard. Let's age really sink in. I finished my graduate degree almost 10 years ago at this point. It's been a long time. I've seen some stuff. All right, so I think we start with Rune of Flight to see if we can get a counterspell out of them. I could technically Rune Enigmatic here. I haven't felt like we've needed anti-removal cards BDP. Like I don't know that that's a problem I'm necessarily looking to solve. Yeah, our deck definitely is good at spending its mana. We have to get double stomped. Alright, chat. That's a little unfortunate. Thankfully, I have exactly what we need. Time to gas back up. Alright, Storm Herald's pumping. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. And next turn, we get to sacrifice some of these runes to Enigmatic Incarnations before they get exiled by Storm Herald. Oh no, not Bone Crusher Giant. How will we ever win the game now? Alright, attack for 6, gain 6. Do I just get double Skyclave here and exile their threats? Is that the play? It's just dub Skyclave, take their board? Like, it could be right to, like, I'm at 15. It could be right to get greedy and, like, grab one of each champion here. Yeah, but I would have gotten an enchantment though. The rune guy would have drawn me another enchantment. It's honestly impressive how many cards not legal and standard people have recommended we add to our deck during this game session. Damn it, chat, get some help. Stop it. Now, I unfortunately only have 3 white here. So even though I have 7 mana, I can't Rune of Sustenance, Skyclave. Let's see if we draw a different rune here. I blame Storm Herald, it feels like historic, that's fair. Okay, well now we do this. And then we do this. Oh, this cost me 2. I don't know why I thought this cost 1. I had the other card out in my head. Okay, so what if I get Champion into Glasspool Mimic, bring back those 2 ruins? That draws me 4. I think I'm into that. Yeah, I'm gonna copy Storm Herald with the Glasspool Mimic and draw a couple. Oh, it draws 6. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, math. Gosh, we're gonna have to discard the hand size again here? I can't believe we're this unlucky. Oh, and look at that! I played the untapped blue source so I could skillfully leave the Mystic Dispute. That was definitely the out I was playing to there. 100% was the out I was playing to. Just the Galaxy Brain Mystic Dispute line. Come on, cast a Time Walk for me. This deck is very different than Mutate. The reason why I find this deck fantastic and the reason why Mutate is fantastic are 2 very different reasons. I can't go to 4 because I don't want to die to double stomp. You can find all of the deck lists in the video description of every video on my YouTube channel. Basically, everything we play ends up on YouTube. Alright, so we're gonna try and kill them this turn, right? Is the plan? Do I have enough mana for that? I don't know. Start with Rune of Might, huh? So they have Brazen Borrower. They couldn't afford to pay. There's a treasure token right there. That makes 2 mana. We might actually deck here. I'm not sure we can actually kill them before we deck. Yeah, I think we need to Frogify the dragon. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead to Obosh next turn, right? Easy game. Alright, you keep 3 on the play, huh? Maybe the fact that they're on Dragon 2 makes me want Shredded Sails. I don't think I want Sails for just Henge and Borrower, but I think Dragon changes the dynamic. I think Dragon changes the dynamic. Be one less frog. Maybe it's just 2 frogs out. Now the frogs have been pretty good. Maybe it's just less disputes on the play. Can trim a rune as well. The lifelink rune's a little bit less important. Let's trim a rune. Need plenty of ways to search them up. Have a burrito on me, or I guess half of one. Gotta love inflation. Thanks for the 18 months. Float mana. I appreciate it. And need some lands. By some, I mean 1, but definitely worth keeping. The technology for the mirror. I can't tell you how to win the mirror, chat. That I wouldn't be able to beat you. Come on now. If I just give out the mirror technology, everybody will have it, and then it's just like negated, right? I'll tell you what, if you're a tier 3 sub, ask in the tier 3 subs channel on the Discord server, and I'll tell you the mirror tech, okay? It's clearly Fracturing Gust. That's on point for the rest of the illegal cards that people have suggested. Win the coin flip, draw better is strong advice. Powerful suggestion. This is the same match, Shadow Lord. They killed us. They killed us with Obosh. We're in game 3. Dispute me, Danny. See this, chat? This is bait. And then I think we just try and keep them off of Great Henge in the short term, right? So we just Digmatic, turn a Rune into a Skyclave. This is definitely the best toolbox deck I've played in a long time. It has like a sweet value engine while it goes too, which is great. I think the one meta deck we haven't played against in this session is we've not played against Sultai Ultimatum. And I could see that being difficult for us, but we've beaten white aggro and red aggro, and we felt like we've had game against basically everything. Pod and Twin were never not okay in Modern. They're both cards that were banned unnecessarily. Alright, well now we get to hold Dispute up, huh? I think we're just getting Runeforge Champion here, right? Just need to gas up. We've got 6 mana, not quite at time walk mana yet. They about to just play an Obosh? That sounds great for us. Maybe I should have taken the flying rune, actually. I'm gonna cast Obosh, leaving blue mana up for Dispute. They might be countering my Rune of Might here. Kind of funny, it's super correct too. This last card was another enchantment. We'd have dumpstered them, but it's not. Really need to draw an enchantment or something that finds us an enchantment next turn. This game's gonna slip away. Yeah, let's redraw. I think we're dead, chat. It's unfortunate. I just found any enchantment there, we would snowball so hard. No blocks. Go to 14. Yep. They have a Brazen Borrower here. We're going to be very dead very quickly. Although I suppose if they Borrower in response to us targeting, we get to play the second Skyclave and grab the Borrower. They have another Sog coming here. Mystic Dispute, sure. I don't want to trade this for this and give them a 3/3 to attack with next turn. Holy shit! Moments before the accident. Good lord. Oh no. Look at the way they massacred my boy, chat. Just never had a chance. Man, that counterspell, the counterspell on our Rune of Might was just so impactful. Enchantment! Enchantment! Is that all we needed? I think I want to hold on to this so I can answer a dragon. All right, let's gas up. Rune of Flight, Rune of Sustenance, Rune of Might, Rune of Flight. Really want to draw our second dispute here. We can counter a time walk. Okay. Well, I probably should have played my cycling land tapped. I was thinking I might want to cycle it, but I wasn't thinking about how many cards we were going to draw. Come on, cast your 6 mana time walk. Do it! Cast your 6 mana time walk! I'm ready. My body is ready. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's exactly how we like it, chat. Was it good? It was good for me. Man, just we found the rune, and then like that last game is just like all through that set, right? It was just like, okay, we're like kind of teetering on the edge of being ahead, and then you like find the rune, turn it into Storm Herald, and like flip on a dime and end up killing them. This was really fantastic. I liked this deck a lot. I don't know that I have. I think we've done the cleanup that I wanted to do to this over the course of the set. Skyclave Apparition is very nutty. Just the amount of value that you generate between all of these cards is just very, very good. I did mention that I think having a Klothys to find over the third Roiling Vortex sounds good. If you wanted to test this, the matchup that I would be worried about that we didn't play in this set that I would imagine is hard is the Sultai Ultimatum matchup. And I don't think it's unwinnable. I think you definitely have a variety of tools we could play in the sideboard here. For example, we probably don't need 3 Ox, so like adding more copies of Dispute, Disdainful Stroke could be good. Reidane is a very reasonable card to tutor against the Sultai deck. It makes their ultimatums cost 9 and makes it so they can't get non-creature spells without paying even more than that. So I think we have tools to be competitive against Ultimatum, but I'm not sure off of gut instinct how many we need to really make that be a matchup that we're reasonable in. So that would, if you're looking to test this for a tournament, I would consider that matchup one that you want to play some games in before too long, before you submit. Honestly, the other thing too is the mana base felt super clean in this list. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the mana looking at it, but the fact that our deck's basically banned. So like we're like 4 colors, but it's really 4 colors, right? Like we have these couple of red cards, and honestly, there might be too many red sources. So the Birgi, people are asking about Birgi. This is a 3 mana card that makes your runes free. So when you have Runeforge Champion, Setessan Champion out, your runes cost 1. So Envoy makes them free, and Birgi makes them free. And the reason why we play 1 Birgi is because Birgi costs 3. So this is a 3-drop that Enigmatic Incarnation wants to get anyways. And like, we're already in red a little bit because Storm Herald is awesome in this deck. So that's fine. I think the mana was fine, thinking on it. We don't have a Bant Triome that we can play anyways, so like playing these 2 red Triomes seems super reasonable. Honestly, my one comment is that this Needleverge Pathway is probably unnecessary. Yeah, I think that would be my comment on the mana. I would cut this for a blue-white pathway. I think we have too much red. And white and blue, especially if you're going to work some more counter spells into the sideboard. Some more blue sounds better than some more red. With these and this, this is technically like 13 red. I think that's fine. I can see it. So I do love the mutate deck. Next weekend, not this weekend, I'm taking this weekend off because there's no big melee tournaments, but next weekend I'm going to be playing in 2 different standard tournaments, and maybe we'll do mutate one day and do this the other. We'll have to work on this a bit more throughout the course of the next week and figure that out. I think that sounds like a reasonable thing to work on. But yeah, this one was great. Thank you for the submission, Kelvin, and it was awesome. There's a Yorion version that people could try to. Yeah, my gut instinct says I would be surprised if Yorion is a direction I want to go in with this deck, just because like I want these cards as often as possible. Like, we're basically playing this card to get to these more consistently. So like making ourselves 80 cards. I didn't feel like I was struggling to generate value with the deck as it is. It lowers our chance of deck. I feel like the decking, like the game where we were close to decking, they killed us anyway. So I'm not sure that that's a real problem you're looking to solve. Yeah, the making the mana base, the red splash becomes harder to actually cast your stuff too. Yeah, I could see it being reasonable. Like, we talked about 5 mana things like these Oxes and stuff. Like, there could be reasonable to put at least 1 5 in the main deck. I'll go look on the Gatherer later as a point to look for potential things that I might want to turn Incarnation into. Wishing I had a 5 drop to go get when I had 2 Incarnations. That was definitely something that I came up, but I don't know that Yorion is the one that I want. It could be Yorion, it could be Ox, it could be Elder Gargoth, it could be some other random card I haven't looked at, I'm not thinking of at the moment, so. All right, we've been doing Magic for almost 7 hours because this deck was awesome, so we ran a little bit longer, which I don't mind.